I'm going to give him a little taste of Cincinnati afterwards and Montgomery and ribs and some Grater's ice cream and some skylights. So we're going to do it right.
The full smorgasbord. Did Marvin Lewis end up accepting your invitation?
I believe he did. Kerry Combs told me I love Marvin Lewis. He's a great football coach. He's a great friend of mine. And so as of now, I think he's going to speak with him. So it's going to be a good trip.
Ruben, how much do you get to evaluate a game like this? How much is maybe for the fans? What's your approach?
Oh, no, we're going to evaluate. The one thing that, this story is the same thing in Florida and same thing here, that we have a built-in advantage that we can see how kids perform in the spot. There'll be a lot of passes in the game, especially with the runs, because there's certain groups. Like I was going to think about sitting some of our offensive linemen, but if you do, you don't have enough scrimmage. So it's really important to play in that environment. So I get a great crowd and find out who's the next plays in that big environment.
Are you going to split the squad? Is it going to be
we
like
draft them tomorrow? But we're drafting, but also that I have to just make sure that's fair and get out of that thing injury free.
Can you kind of give an overview just about where you are through 13 practices?
Defense is that front seven's much improved. We're much more aggressive on defense than we were early this time last year, and I kind of like the direction we're headed. Adolphus Washington and Noah Spence are making some strides. Curtis Grant and Duran Grant, those are just Tyvis Powell. Those are some of the guys off the top of my head who are making some big strides.
About Adolphus, what have you seen? What do you like, and what's the next step?
Very talented player. Mike Vrabel is just coaching the heck out of that kid. I mean, he doesn't take a step without you hear Vrabel inside him. But the last 3 practices, I don't know the first half of spring. I wasn't buying that stock, but I'm buying it. He's done a nice job.
Irvin, if y'all started a game today, who would be your right tackle? Do you know yet?
No, I don't know yet.
And is that unsettling to you, or is it at a place where it's
real bothersome to me?
Really?
It's real bothersome to our coaches too.
Urban,
is there a guy you're expecting Decker to?
Well, Decker's a guy that's making 100 ones right now, and he certainly has the ability to be the right tackle. But the offensive line kind of set a nice little standard last year. I thought we had the best offensive line in the Big Ten, and as of practice number whatever, we're not right now. So it is practice 13. We are not the best offensive line in the Big Ten.
Because your defense is better.
Well, Lindsley's got a sore foot, so I've really been protecting him. I pull out Jack Newhart a little bit once in a while, so we don't have the chemistry that group had a year ago. That offensive line was, I would say they're perfect. Their chemistry, their toughness, the way they handled the business is the reason you have to say either 1A or 1B, 112 games just because of their offensive line.
How many guys do you think will be missing on Saturday?
There'll be a few. We have a couple of concussions we're dealing with. There's semi-concussions, so I'll give you that more later in the week. I still don't know.
Are you excited to see these guys in a game-type situation, kind of let them go instead of down and distance, and what you guys have been doing?
Well, we've done more play than I've ever done that because I just want to see our guys playing the no-huddle offense. It makes more sense than all situational. There was a day we used to do almost all situational. We're doing a lot of play, but I want to see an environment. I want to see the coaches off the field and everybody screaming their assignments to these kids that never played before. So I want to see them play. I think I want to see them play.
Is this game any more bigger evaluator than any other practices have been?
For Lindsley, Newhart, Norwell, no, it's actually much less because we're not going to do much. For Adolphus Washington, Noah Spence, Curtis Grant, Tyvis Powell, Duran Grant, kids that haven't played, it is different when you look up and hear it and see it. And everybody's watching, and if you give up a touchdown pass in a controlled scrimmage, the ball goes back to the 20-yard line. You're going to see points start accumulating on the board, so a lot different. And it's once again, look around the nation. Not many schools can do what we're getting ready to do, and that's put a good crowd in the stadium and go play in front of it.
We ask you almost every